Okay, next on our agenda is public input. I don't think we have anyone from the public
Oh,
joining us.
hold on. Right now, Tia, just so you know, I'm not able to share anything. I'm not sure why, but
I can see you.
Yeah.
No, share the screen so that I can,
Let me try and see. The thing is, I can't, everything's coming up white. I'm not seeing the images.
Uh-oh, something happened to mine now. Uh-oh, I got knocked out. Oh, boy.
Okay.
you're still there. You're still there.
Yours, yeah,
No,
yours.
but my screen is not.
Yeah, okay, hold on a second here. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. Okay, I think we're not gonna be able to share the documents, so I would ask, but you can record, right, Megan?
It shows that it is recording, so yes.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we will proceed through this without showing all the documents. If everyone please put yourselves on mute unless you are speaking, that would be great. All right, so second item on our agenda is public input. I don't see anyone from the public. There's nobody in our waiting room. Is that correct, Megan? Okay, that's correct. Okay, thank you. So correspondence and announcements. Okay, you're on mute.
Okay, so I have a resident of the community, Deborah Cleland, who sent me a proposal last week to put a friendship bench on the property. So what I'm gonna do is email that to everyone now for review and request that everybody read it before the next meeting so we can discuss. And Deb's gonna try to be at the next meeting. But if you have questions in advance of that, if you want to send them to me and I'll send them along to Deb. So that I'm sending you now. So you should all have it in your box and it'll have 3 attachments.
Okay. All right.
Does it explain what a friendship bench is?
Yes, it does.
Thank
It
you.
also includes a picture, a description of why she's doing it and where she would like it to be placed.
Okay. Great.
All right. So we will put her on the agenda for our next meeting. And as Megan said, kindly please everybody read it. And like she said, if you've got questions, send them on to Miss Megan. Okay. Next item is approval of the meeting minutes from December 14th. And that should say 2020, not 2021 on the agenda, but I didn't catch that until just a few minutes before we started our meeting.
I could not open the meeting minutes from December. It was not highlighted and it wouldn't open.
Okay, so so you'll abstain from voting. Did everybody else have an opportunity to read them?
Yes,
I will make a
I'm
motion to approve the minutes of the December 14th meeting.
Thank
second.
you. Ted second. Connie, you'll abstain because you can't read. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All
All
approved.
opposed?
Opposed? Okay,
Actually, Ted and Chris are abstaining because they weren't there.
right.
Okay.
Could Ted second it then if he wasn't there?
I can.
Sure.
Yeah, anyone can second it. You don't have to be there. That's just for the voting part, because we're live in the meeting now. So, yeah. Okay, next item on the agenda is the treasurer's report. Sue.
So everybody should have gotten 2 sets of treasurer report for the 2 months. Were there any questions on any of them?
Not for me.
Can I ask for a motion then?
I'll make a motion.
Who is that?
Terry Rotella.
Terry?
Linda will second.
Okay, Linda second. Any discussion? Nothing? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, all in favor? Nay, any negatives? Nope. Okay. All right, friends. Jan sent me an email earlier this evening saying that she was not going to be able to make it. So what she sent me was a quick report, which said the Friends kept the same slate of officers as last year because they had to cancel so many meetings. They reminded members that memberships from 2020 has been extended into 2021. And then she also said that the Friends are taking on sponsorship of Story Walk, and that was it. So that is the Friends report.
Thank you.
Director's update.
Okay, so first, does anybody have any questions regarding the financials for the month or the spending report?
Megan,
Yes.
quick question, just because I'm nosy. The staff vests, how are they working out?
When we were open to the public, they were working out actually great.
You don't mind wearing them?
Well, now that we're not open to the public, they're only wearing them if they're working in the Parloa lab.
Uh-huh.
But they worked out really well. The staff really liked them, and when we were open, they were anyone acting as supervisor had it on, which is very helpful in allowing the public to know who was addressing them, whether a patron or an employee. So once we open again, the staff will go back to wearing them full time.
Great, so
Great.
it's all positive.
Yeah, yeah. I think the staff really like how they turned out, and they're very. Excuse me, one moment. Sorry, just had a minor background interruption. So yeah, and we have name tags for all the staff now as well, and everyone is wearing those at all times in the building.
Great.
Any other questions regarding financials? So I just want to point out for circulating materials, we are showing under budget from last year, but again, materials bills are still coming in about 4 to 6 weeks late. The communication running through the state for the directors is this is happening to all libraries in Connecticut. Baker and Taylor is just on a lag due to the need for social distancing in their factories. So if you're putting new books on hold and you're not getting them right away, just know we're ordering them on time. They're just taking a little bit longer than normal to get here. The only solution to that would be to be covering them ourselves, but that would take just as long. So there's really no benefit to doing it in-house instead. Then for the statistics, I feel our statistics are really well circulation-wise right now. For our total circulation compared to last December, we're at 60% of where we were last year. E-content, we're over by 40% from last December, so that's really doing well.
Cool.
Adult is at 50%. Teen is actually at 90% of where it was last December. And children is at 70% of where it was last December. And we really feel that's because of the Bag of Books program. We're getting a lot of requests for those. And so in January, we decided to introduce that for adults as well. We started it on January 11th, and within the 2 weeks, we've had 13 requests so far. So on day one, we already had 3 requests coming in. So we're hoping to see a jump in our adult circulation with that underway. Starting this week, programming is going to be picking back up again. We feel that the community is in a better place using Zoom for meetings and programs, and it's a good time to bring it back. So we're going to be reintroducing story times, book discussions, technology classes for children, teens, and adults. We're going to have an online chess program through chess.com, which we're very excited about, and we've had a lot of positive feedback for. crafts. So we're doing pickup programs where you pick up your materials the week of the program. And if there's anything that needs to be returned, it gets returned the following week. So we're hoping to get programming back up around 50% of where it was last year in the next month or two. Then we've had, I'm sure some of you have heard, we've had a few passings in the community. Dr. Volpentesta passed away recently, and we've been receiving donations in his memory. We also had a resident, the Jacarino family, who has made a request to plant a tree in his memory on the property. That request came in late Friday, so I have to reach out to the family to get further detail on that. And I did let the member of the family who came in know that it has to go before the board. So next month, I'll bring something to you regarding that. We also had one of our volunteers, Joe Verner, pass away in the last 2 weeks. Jo was in her 90s and she'd been volunteering at the library for decades. She was still volunteering right before we shut down the library. So we're going to send a card to her family, just sending our condolences. Tia and I met with Matt and Bob last week to review the budget. They seemed very pleased with us coming in with a flat budget. So the hope is that it is also well received by the Finance Committee. And Tia, correct me if I'm wrong, but he said probably mid-February we'll be presenting that.
Yeah.
So the end of this week, we're going to start drafting our presentation for that meeting.
Just if I can just let people know one thing about how the meeting is going to work. It will be virtual. It will be a Zoom meeting. And their intention for the different groups to make their presentation is that you would be on the agenda for that evening, but you never really know how long the presentation is going to be. So what they would do is, as the presentation for the group before you seems to be winding down, we would get a text message to let us know that we were coming up next. So that was how they were going to let us know about it. We'll make sure everybody gets notification, or I should say Mary will make sure that everyone will get a text notification. But you know, so if we're going to be a little later in the meeting, you know, it's just one of those challenging things because you just never know. Sometimes it goes very, very quickly for a particular department. There's not a lot of questions, and sometimes it goes way longer than you think it might. So that was how they were looking at doing it. I would hope that everybody would be able to join us Zoom, and you get your friends and families to join us too, because the more people that we can show coming in for us will be very, very helpful. Hard to know.
The public will be part of this too?
Yes, you'll be able to come in. You won't be able to speak, but you will be able to be present. They will send Megan and I guess Mary text messages letting you know when they'd be coming up, and we can create, if people want to, we can create a text group to let all of you all know as well, if you're willing to do that. We can work on that after this meeting, but that's how they're going to do it this year, and it would be very useful to have people there for that presentation. Hard to know how that's going to go.
What is the date again?
We don't have a date yet.
Have a date yet. As soon as we get it, we'll let you know. I'm sorry, Megan.
No, that's okay. Just two more things. So the circulation supervisor position, we finally finished the entire interview process. It did take longer due to just some illnesses and lack of staffing. So we will be making an offer this week. So at the next meeting, I should be able to introduce the new circulation supervisor.
Hey, that's good.
Yes. Oh, we're very excited about that. Unfortunately, with all the COVID protocols, it has made staffing a little difficult. So when we thought we would have a lot of staff with the building closed, we've really been short-staffed for a good portion of the time we've been closed. Due to personal reasons, illness, some of it COVID-related, but not a lot, and nothing directly in-house at this point. Then the last thing is, if any of your friends or neighbors ask about the tax assistance program this year, right now we're just collecting names and phone numbers because we don't have information yet from AARP. They are working on it, but we will take anyone's information and contact them directly once we know what is going on. So if you get asked, just let them know we are working on it, but it is a little challenging with the social distancing requirements. All right, any questions? Or Tia, anything you want to add to that?
I was just going to say, I do know from a meeting that I was on with ARP that they're trying to make some, it sounds as though they're trying to do some hybrid work, and as much that they can do remotely, they're going to try and do, and they're looking to do things by appointments if they can, but they're having a lot of problems working through a lot of the details and the protocol and making sure that everybody's protected, and it's a lot more, a lot of issues. And so, yeah, we should know something in the next couple of weeks.
And then finally, just the library building is still closed to the public, except the Parloa room where we're running the computer lab right now. So we are back to appointment-based services there for computer use, technology assistance, faxing, scanning, email, things like that. The lobby and children's section is still closed. We haven't had very many phone calls asking when we're going to open again. 1 or 2 people have stopped by, but nobody has been really banging on the door to get inside. We've been able to meet most of the needs through reference services, bag of books, and we're still operating under the plan that was approved at the last meeting. We don't have a date yet for reopening. We're really just kind of monitoring the community and the other libraries around us. Danbury, Reading, Brookfield are still closed. Newtown has remained opened, although they're getting a lot of foot traffic from other towns. And I think that's it for the surrounding ones. Anybody have any questions?
Mary Spain, if you're asking a question, you're on mute.
How do I get rid of mute?
You did.
We can hear you now.
You can hear me? All
Yes,
right, my question is the scholarship for Bethel High School every year that we work on, it's $1,000. And Mary and Judy have been wonderful members of the community, but I just wanted to know, it's that time of year, if people are interested in continuing that or what you want to do. And I'm sorry, I should have put it on the agenda, but I
No,
didn't.
that's okay, Mary. Mary O'Leary will deal with the committees
I understand that, yeah.
at the next, in between the meetings. So
No, but I don't know whether you're for it or against it before I start sending things out to the high school. I can't wait till the next meeting.
Mary,
Mary Spain, it's Mary O'Leary.
Yeah,
Don't do anything until we get in touch with you, because perhaps committees will be different this year.
okay, I just want to know. That's my problem.
Yeah,
Because
and
I
I
have to
appreciate-
get going. You know, you've been on the committee.
I appreciate your dedication, but let's step back, because I think maybe it's something we probably need to give some thought to.
So when will you get
So I'll
back
be
to
in
me?
touch with
Before
you.
the next meeting, I hope?
Yes,
Okay, thank you, Mary.
okay.
And Judy, you were there too. You were great. The two of you were wonderful, but I just have to, I'm working on the Women's Club too, and I have to get going on this. You know, you have to do it.
I understand, but the protocol, Mary, is that once we have a new chair, the new chair does the committee assignments and works on that.
Okay,
So until then, you know,
okay, that's fine. I just wanted to bring it up so everybody knows I'm thinking about it and see what you think.
Yep.
It's up to you guys, not up to me. I'm just doing
Yep.
the work.
Oh,
Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you, Mary.
Okay. Anything else from anyone for Megan? No? Okay. The next is our nominating committee. And we have our slate of candidates. I was the chair of the committee. So our proposed slate of candidates is for Chair Mary O'Leary, Vice Chair Connie Kaufman, Secretary Sue Morton, Treasurer Tia Murphy. I would like to ask for a motion to accept that. We accepted the slate at the last meeting. What I want is a motion to proceed to begin the election.
So moved.
Thank you, Rob.
Can I
Okay.
just say one thing, Tia? My name is spelt wrong. There's only one F.
Did I make that mistake again? I apologize,
That's
Connie.
okay, I just wanted you to know.
My spell check keeps like, okay, I will fix that. Now, the way this works is at this point, we've got a motion to elect. The question is always posed whether or not there is anyone from the group who wants to put a name in for somebody else for a position. So I open that up. Does anyone?
Please don't hesitate.
Yep. All right.
Good try, Mary.
Okay, so hearing no proposals from the floor for an alternate candidate, I would put before you all the slate of candidates for our 2021 session. All in favor, say aye.
Would you just
Aye.
enumerate them for us again?
Sure, Ted. Chair is Mary O'Leary, Vice Chair is Connie Kaufman, Secretary is Sue Minton, and Treasurer is Tia Murphy.
Thank you.
Need a second on that one, on that motion?
We don't second because we're opening for voting. That's the way the bylaws work. Odd, but how it is. So,
I just want to make sure Mary's legal. Aw.
yeah, no, I'm with you, Robin. Okay, so so that's our slate. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so I now hand over the chairmanship to Miss Mary. I'll continue taking the notes and the meeting is now yours.
Thank you, Tia. Well, first of all, I would like to thank you all for your vote of confidence. As you know, I really didn't want the job, and I know that none of you did either. So with a lot of arm twisting, I'm going to step up to the plate. So I ask for your support. I ask every board member to reflect a bit and commit to doing your part to make this the best year ever. I want to thank Tia for all her dedication in leading us as chair. She's been phenomenal. Her commitment to the board and to the library's needs have been 110% in my book. The hours immeasurable. So between COVID and unions, she has persevered. So Tia, thank you. I am very pleased that you're going to remain on the executive board. I know you're going to serve as treasurer, and I know I can count on you for your expertise and your support. Judy, I'd like to thank you for serving on the executive committee, and I do hope that I will see your name back on the board next year. And Connie and Sue, I look forward to working with you both. And for all the other members of the board, let's make it the best year ever. Let's give Megan the support that she needs. We have a great director and we've got lots of work to do. So
Here, here.
how about a round of applause for Tia for all her hard work? Can't see it, Tia, but we're with you.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's my understanding, Megan, that we do not need to go into executive session. Is that correct?
Not unless somebody has concerns about the status of the building, but only if they're relevant to staff do we need to go into executive session.
Okay, is that, any board member have a need for executive session?
No.
Great. Well, then it's my pleasure to ask for a motion to adjourn. So see,
I'll
we
make a
can never
motion
stop
to
meeting.
adjourn.
And a second?
A second.
Thank you, Connie. All those in favor?
Aye.
Great. Wonderful. Well, thank you, guys. I look forward to working with you, and stay well if we do have snow tomorrow. Stay in and stay healthy.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
I
Bye,
think.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
All right, good night, everybody. I am going to shut the meeting down, so it's probably going to close everybody out. So
Okay.
everybody have a
Okay,
wonderful
take care,
evening.
Megan.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.